Hey everybody, welcome back to Lego Master, and here I have another Lego review. So today I will be reviewing the Lego City Fire Station set, the latest one from 2019. And yeah, there's just a whole bunch of stuff. So first I'm gonna take you through the main build, then I'll move on to the smaller builds, and we'll finish off with the minifigures, and then and we'll finish it off. Yeah. Alright, so overall, I think this is a great building. I mean, it's not much for like a whole fire station. I mean, the one we got back in 2016 was a whole lot bigger, but it was a whole lot expensive. Plus it had 2 garages, while this one has 1. But yeah, good use of parts for the price to part ratio. And overall, this is just a great set. I'm so happy I have it. Yeah, so let's start out on the top and we'll work our way down. Okay, so the top of the garage is basically just a helipad for, in this case, your fire drone, who can fit in there. And if you set things up properly, he will stand up properly. But if you just want to put him on there for a simple play, that's how it will look like. So pretty easy build, and yeah. And up on the next build over, we have the control tower, and up there you can see the all kinds of instruments, like this antenna which can rotate. And they didn't actually include something that looks like a pole to go through in the middle, because that would probably look a little bit out of place. So instead of that, they just put a single trans yellow stud. Oh, sorry. And also it's easily knocked off. But I mean, it's like, of course it's gonna be easily knocked off. I mean, there's not gonna be anything that ties it into the build. And yeah, over here we just have a single antenna made out of the long existing antenna, huge piece or laser or something. And here they have the big fire logo that has been around probably ever since 2009. I don't know. I was only born in 2011, so I don't really know. And yeah, lower down, of course, we have the control tower itself. So yeah, they use the huge sloped up trans blue pieces that have been around for quite a while. And here they just use a single light to light up the whole place. And yeah, so the the one beneath that, if I could just get it to proper focus there, and yeah, there we go. So here we have some window panes on both sides, and the angled door piece reused there again. And over here they just have a three-way microphone that fire stations usually have to alarm that there's a fire somewhere or something. And on the bottom level, it actually has the most detail. Oh my god. Okay. If I could just get into proper focus. Okay. There we go. So the bottom level has the same angled door frame, and it has an actual swinging door on it. And over here, this is actually quite an interesting thing. As you can see, this is the accessory bar piece 4x4 with the long existing lifesaver ring. But you're probably thinking, how do you attach to it? Well, you can't really attach it like that, can you? So they used this, well, it's usually used as a police light stopper. You put that on the lightsaver and then put that there, and then you attach it so it makes like the lifesaver ring is actually hanging. And over here we just have some stairs. Oh my goodness, sorry. Sorry about that, guys. Just let me get back into focus again. And there we go. Here just have some steps and wonderful use, I say, of the here they just use a bunch of 3x3 dark gray plates that are just stacked on top of another quite randomly, but it's a cool technique that I haven't really seen before. And here we just have the dock that is used to park your jet ski when you're not using it. Another thing okay, so now we've seen the outside, the exterior, let's move on to the interior. So we'll start at the bottom and work our way up. First, we'll start at the actual garage. If I could just lift this up a bit. There we go. So this garage is not that much going on inside. I mean, you can lift the long existing garage piece. And yeah, over there, they just use some door frames as window panes. And yeah, this is where you would put your truck. So ideally, the idea is that the truck will drive through the garage and stay there. Then the garage closes. But if you ask me, there's just barely enough space to fit that truck in there. I mean, if you look out in the back, there's just this annoying little part of its rear sticking out. Of course, if you want it, and if you want to bring it in a little bit closer, it just hits the garage, but at least that gives you more space. Or does it? See, there's less of it sticking out, but still a huge portion of it. So yeah, for the garage, I'm kind of upset about it. I mean, They could have easily added more space. They could have just added another plate and make it a whole lot better. Of course, that would add to the price to part ratio or a given budget, but I just feel like they could have added something a little bit more. And over here, we start with the main tower itself. So yeah, on the bottom floor, you can see the inside of that opening door we saw earlier. And yeah, on the wall over there, we just have a clock that is telling the time. And here you have kind of a control room area. I mean, you have a seat there. You have an old style of phone over there. Just a phone, just a random phone. And a computer with a printed tile piece that has been around for a while to use as, computer letters. So overall, not much stuff going up in this room. Check out the next room. So this room is just where you would take your breaks and lunch. You have some popcorn over there, and of course I just use the bubble or the ice cream piece. And it just has a 1x1 stud piece that's a printed piece with the word pop on it. And over there they just have a regular coffee mug. So yeah, you can see 2 people in here. And over there you have some warning lights, so in case you're taking your breaks and a fire comes up, they'll know. And for the show they're watching a movie called Firefighter, which kind of makes sense because, they are firefighters. And that's a sticker on top of a 4x4 tile. And there are 2 seats here, so you can see 2 people. And up at the last level, there's like a little extra area out there, so you can kind of use that as a balcony if you want. Well, of course, there's no access to get to the balcony. I mean, you're with very limited amount of space in this. And it has a rotating chair. And let me just take that chair out so you can see the slope piece over there with the controls. So yeah, this is a sticker showing that there's a fire somewhere in the middle of town, and that they have to see immediately. But yeah, that's it for the interior. Another thing I wanted to tell you is that the whole thing is actually modular. So each one of these little individual parts, they're all modular, so you can just get this to come. Oh my God. Sorry about that. So this next build we're going to look at is the fire truck itself that is included in the set. Just one, but they had a certain amount on the budget, so this is what they could come up with. So it uses the newer style of wheels that they have the same inserts but just have a different rubber cut. so you can make them look not like an off-roader, but more like a proper city car. Like, yeah, and so this truck is numbered as number 1, and this is just the normal fire logo. And this is the same like mountain off-roader piece that they use for these kind of things. And yeah, they just use the basics. You know, nothing too special there. But this is really special. Yeah, well, you see that big old piece right there? That is actually an action feature. There is a button, and it activates this. Look at that. It actually makes sound and light. So the sound is only a limited amount of time, but the lights keep flashing. Let me show you that again. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And here they just have that piece that's actually the handheld stud shooter with a molded ball joint in the back that it can attach to the new string piece with the ball end. And you can take it off and place a minifigure or 2 in there. Actually, I don't think it's actually designed to do that, but if you take someone's hat off, it will fit 2 people. And just on the sides here, they have extra ammunition for the stud shooter, and on this side they just have the newer style of a axe, the fire axe, and here they just have some security cones in there. Yeah, but I feel like the rope that is actually controlling this stud shooter is actually really flimsy. I don't like it. I hate it. Okay, you guys? I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I hate this thing. Okay? I hate the way this is attached. I hate the way it winds up. Oh, I hate you so much right now. This is just a catastrophe, guys. I mean, watch this. When I wind it up, you have to tighten it to make sure it's all like in the proper position. And then you realize it's actually longer than you thought. Just such a pain in the neck to put together, especially. And to wind that up. Oh, that was the worst part of the whole thing, guys. So yeah, this is a really bad part of the whole entire place. And yeah, I just hate it. That's all I can say. So now we are going to look at this little fire quadricopter. I mean, it's nothing special. I mean, you can angle the rotors for different like modes if you want to. I mean, there's like a little antenna on top and a camera on the bottom. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is pretty cool, I have to say. This is like really, really cool. I really like it, and it really makes a good addition to the set itself. Next, we have the jet ski, which has the same stud shooter piece, and I mean, it can shoot pretty far, like, so you can fire it wherever you want. That almost went out of the room. So yeah, this thing is pretty powerful, but not yet successful. Here they have like a little suggestion for engines. And yeah, this is where your minifig would sit and pilot the thing. So here we have like the place where you're going to be firing water upon. And yeah, it's just a little part of a sidewalk with just a trash can and some stacked newspapers with the existing Lego News Greatest Hero Ever with the cat in a tree being rescued. Yeah, and behind that there's just a fence. And then you just add the fire to it, like that. So the idea is either your jet ski would come up and shoot this thing, but the more likely reason would be for the truck to drive up, take one of your minifigures, place it in their hand, unwind it a little bit, then place some ammunition into it. And the idea is that you will start firing at the fire. So like, and in this case, it will knock the fire off. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. The first minifigure we're going to look at is this guy. He's just a generic fire personnel. I mean, nothing too special, of course, no alternate face, and just the same hat mold. So, nothing special, just generic. Here we have the fire chief and his dog, in this case the Dalmatian, the mascot for the whole fire station. And yeah, so the printing on the Dalmatian is great through and through. And the fire chief has pretty good printing on the front and back. I mean, it's the same fire chief that we got last time. And the chrome golden helmet is pretty cool. Nice to get that piece again. And yeah, I mean, we got these before, so after all, nothing that special. Here we have the jet ski driver, which is just generic. I mean, he has the same hat, same existing face print that we've had in a while. And yeah, pretty much, yeah, we're done. But wait a minute. Deja vu? That. What about this? Let me just take some things off. That is a new mold for 2019. A new jacket mold. Life jacket. This is awesome, guys. This is so cool to get a brand new life jacket. And yeah, the printing on the back is just fine. And lastly, we have like the engineer of the group or something like that. She has the cap with the ponytail and hair. So I'm guessing this would be the engineer of the fire station, and I'm guessing that is showing I guess she's controlling the drone, and it's showing that the camera has found some fire. And she has the face printing, generic, nothing that special. So overall, I think the set is okay, but not perfect. You know what I mean? I mean, it still has a few knickknacks to work out, but you could just work that out yourself and customize it. So overall, I think this set is a big hit, and that's all for me, and I hope I'll see you guys next time. That's it for me. Bye!